you are the only person I know personally that was at this event that just took place in Miami. They're calling it aliens. From what you've told me, it seems like you believe that too.
Looking and everything, and all of a sudden, I hear these people started screaming. I'm not sure if I heard gunshots to begin with. We heard something like pop, pop, pop.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't really sound like a gun to me. But then these people are running by us. They're panicking. And I'm going, oh, what do? Do we walk into a movie scene? You know, well, you know, because there's film production scenes going on. Maybe we slipped by and maybe they're making a movie.
Right.
But these people are running there. They actually knocked my sister down for a second. She got up and she was scared. I was kind of scared. I thought it was, you know, maybe someone's in there shooting at people, like, you know, which happens. And then I seen like 2 or 3 SWAT guys run past me, and I looked the way they were going, and I could see it looked like these big, tall, maybe 10, 12 foot tall. The best I can say is they looked like they were shadows, but yet, you know, they wouldn't. They were solid. You could tell they were solid. And they were tall. Kind of make you think of the average alien that you would see on TV, you know, the big, tall.
Did it look like an alien? Like the shadow of an alien?
It looked humanoid, but not humanoid. And you know,
because no human that we know of is 10 or 12 feet tall. So I mean,
people were still running by me, scared. People were falling down and running. And I'm sitting there thinking, what the hell is it? I'm still thinking we walked into a movie, if that's what it was.
And people were saying that, like, they thought fireworks were going off or something like that.
Yeah, it sounded like pop, pop, pop to me, but it didn't sound like a big shotgun blast or AR-15 or anything like that. Right. And it was off in the distance behind me. I mean, it could almost sound like someone was taking light bulbs and busting them. Pop, pop, pop. You know, light bulb sounds. And then there was a buzzing sound. The buzzing sound, the best I can describe it, I don't know if you ever heard those transformers when they were getting ready to blow,
like the ones that are on like power poles and stuff, power cable lines.
That's what it kind of sounded like. And then you could smell like, I guess maybe like burning wires. There was that kind of smell in the air too. So I didn't see anything, but I'm thinking in my mind, the pop, 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 it might have been the electrical bulbs and some kind of thing that popped. Right. Because that's what it sounded like, a transformer, exactly.
But inside the mall, though, that's where
yeah, there's no transformers that you know of unless you're up in the attic or something. But yeah, I tell you what, I always believed there's aliens, but then I backed them and thought, fuck, they're never going to be here. But I think they really were aliens. Because when we got outside, man, I bet you there was 40 or 50 cop cars all over the place. Sirens running. Cops were all in panic mode too. You know, like I said, those 2, 3 guys, I think it was 3 SWAT guys run by me. And I say SWAT because they had the vest on and they had their AR-15s.
Wow.
They were, you could tell when the look on their face, they were scared. They didn't know what they were running into.
Yeah, I would have been freaking out, dude. I mean, just hearing, like, the way you're describing it, even your sister, she's supposed to be sending us a video here in a second about what she experienced, but she was saying that there was, as these things were coming towards everybody and people were running, not only was that she did mention the sound that you just talked about, but she said that it smelled like every step that these things got closer of burning wire, she said.
Yeah, that's what it smelled like to me too. So,
wow.
But yeah, like I said, I'm not really sure. The only thing I know is like when we got outside, the police kept pushing people away. Right. So, you know, I don't know actually what happened because I mean, when I say away, they pushed us far away. They made us go. We got in our cars. They even escorted everybody out of the parking lot. I don't know. I don't think they knew what was going on from the looks of most of those cops. They were standing behind their cars like, is somebody going to shoot me? You know, they were like, scared. Right. I mean, you know, you could see fear in people's face when you're in battle. And that was the kind of fear I saw of these cops. They thought they were going to walk into something and may not come out of it. And those figures, when I saw them, you could tell they were coming towards us. Right. But they didn't look like they were walking like a person would walk. You know, if anything, they were kind of like sliding across maybe the thing.
Maybe like hovering?
Yeah, it could be. Looked like they were shadows, but at the same time, you couldn't see what was behind them. They were like a really dark figure. And it's not like the ghost figures like I've seen, before and stuff.
Right.
Like that. Nothing like that.
Not like a paranormal, shadow figure.
It wasn't paranormal. I'm positive of that. I mean, even active shooters before, when you see usually maybe a dozen cops show up.
Right.
This was 3 or 4 times that.
Or at this scene. I've never seen anything like that. Not even in a movie.
I figured the government's going to come out with some kind of explanation of what was going on, and they're going to try to hide the fact that it could have been aliens. They're going to say it was a hoax or this or that. It just seems, the government's good at hiding shit.
Yeah.
They'll figure out a way. In my blood, I feel it was real. I really do. Because like I said, I know the government can hide shit.
Oh, I'm sure this is going to be covered up probably immediately.
Yeah,
so
they'll come up with some kind of, it was teenagers in there with big suits on or something. They'll come up with something. They'll actually put somebody in suits probably and put them out there. Bad thing in my mind afterwards too is everybody running and screaming, running away. If there was creatures from outer space came down here, maybe they just wanted to be nice and talk to us.
Right, like, hey, why are you running away from me? I'm not actually chasing you. I'm trying to be your friend.
And of course, people freaking out. If someone had a gun, they would probably shoot at them and stuff like that. And
Yeah, that's crazy. I've seen shadow figures in paranormal situations before,
I've seen a lot of shadow figures over the years here. But this was nothing like what you see in a paranormal, in a house or something like that, where shadow figure runs by you real quick. This was definite figures. And like I said, I want to call them like shadow figures, but you couldn't see through them.
Right.
You couldn't see what was behind them, so...